nice to hear your voice.
It's nice to be heard. How are you diddling? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you indifferent to the world?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm still a little bit sleepy weepy.
Oh no, not sleepy weepy. Sleepy's fine, but if you're weepy, we can stop.
Sleepy weepy. No, I'm just still getting going. Still getting going.
Oh, well,
I quite like that feeling. I don't often. Mostly I wake up and go bing, and
right.
Yeah, and so when I don't, it's quite a nice feeling.
Oh, you luxuriate in that sort of in-betweenness.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking how I describe this, and I would describe it as luxuriating in this in-betweenness. This is a podcast in which two friends talk about the pleasures, absurdities, and imperfections of being human. I'm Simon Ellis.
And I'm Lee Miller. Welcome to Midlifing.
Sometimes you sound like someone who's written books.
Not many and not well. Well, I was going to say not well read, as in not many read, but enough to buy a fridge, so that's not bad for an academic publisher.
Do you think that do you think you struck a kind of like Harrison Ford like deal with The Empire Strikes Back?
Well, I was thinking we were more like Dan Brown with the follow up to the Da Vinci Code. We were very angels and demons when I can't believe I pulled angels and demons out of the sky. That is not a book I don't think I've read it.
I've read it. I've actually read Dan. I was thinking, what's his name? I was going to say Dan Leppard, but Dan Leppard is a baker.
Dan Leppard's a baker, very good baker.
Yeah, Dan Brown. I've read his latest book, which is about consciousness. Would you believe?
I would believe it. Is it a fictional book, or has he gone?
Oh, it's definitely like a page turner. It's got the same. Got the same Tom Hanks character, and
right.
And I think he might even be dating someone his own age, which I think is probably the most shocking part of the entire novel. And I really liked it because, of course, it's had a whole lot of stuff about consciousness research, which I've been reading about for years now. And so it had this sort of lovely mixture of page turner and felt like I was doing research.
Double bonus.
I don't know whether to cite him in my latest work or not. I'm not sure how that will.
I think you should do that.
I could have that epigraph.
I also have a page turner on the go. For my birthday, Bob bought me the first two books in the Heated Rivalry series.
No, did the books a good spin-off of the video?
Well, they're the other way around. The books came first before the.
They did not.
Yes,
I don't believe you.
It's true. So what happened was apparently the writer, true fact, Rachel Reed was writing fan fiction, or specifically slash fiction, about Captain America.
What'd you call it?
Slash fiction. You've heard of slash fiction, right?
Hey, do you say slash or flash?
Slash fiction it comes out of writing about Kirk and Spock from Star Trek.
What?
So Kirk / Spock is how...
And that's the slash. That's where the slash comes from.
It's where the slash comes from. And early... This is like a long time ago. I think this predates the internet. I think this is like, however people used to share material before the internet. I guess on a letraset.
A letraset.
Yeah. One of those.
I loved letrasets. I love them. They were everything I wanted to be in terms of all my entire tape collection, which was all handmade because I had records and I'd record them so I didn't have to play the records more than once, except to record them, to preserve them. And they were all, I got images from magazines and made covers and then letrasetted the front of the cassette. So you can imagine how anal I was about cassette tapes.
I can, and I'm slightly sad that your Swedish death cleaning means that we can never see one.
We can never see one. I know. I thought about it the other day, and I thought, oh, what a collection that was.
Yeah.
C90s.
The things. Oh yeah, absolutely. Ooh, C90.
Yeah.
You were pushing the boat out. And then we start to get to when we talk. Now we're going to start talking about VHS. C180, C240. No, you're kidding me. Ooh, you're fancy.
4
You're going to put it
hours.
on the L. You're going to put it on the LP mode. I am.
I used to
It's
buy
not as good quality, but still.
I used to buy C45s and C60s on purpose so that I could have a single album per tape, so that and then it would mirror the record. You'd have you'd play the first side on the first side and the second side on the second side. So it was like an authentic tape experience. Anyway, Slash.
So it's Kirk / Spock, and they were romantic stories about Kirk and Spock hooking up. And so this became
so that Kirk and Spock were gay lovers.
Yes.
Oh.
And this became like a thing. So the notion of slash fiction and lots of fictional characters, male fictional characters, have been slashed together.
So just to be clear, Leonard Nimoy and can't remember his name.
William Shatner.
Their characters never hooked up in Star Trek.
To the best of my knowledge, they never shared any on-screen pash.
Okay, good. So any Star Trek fans listening, sorry if the absurdity of my question just rubs you up the wrong way.
I think it's always good to check.
Yep.
I don't know so I don't believe that their sex life was canonical, but it has been written about and explored extensively.
So slash in this case means two characters who wouldn't normally be thought of as being together are basically hewed together by a fiction, another writer. Yep.
Exactly. So Rachel Reed, the writer of
Heated Rivalry,
the Heated Rivalry series, starts writing, as I understand it, Bucky Barnes / Captain America / fiction, or if you prefer, the Winter Soldier / Captain
I don't know
America.
Bucky Barnes.
Now I know you don't know this, so I'm going to tell you who they are. They are Marvel.
Well, I know Captain
superheroes.
America has got a shield.
Well, yeah. So Captain America is Captain America, and Bucky Barnes is his best friend from childhood, who goes on to become the Winter Soldier when he is reprogrammed by some fuckers I don't remember. So she starts writing slash fiction, which then, and I think improbably, if the story goes, they were on competing hockey teams in this story. And that's how she starts to write about the idea of heated rivalry.
Right.
that.
And do you think she cut her teeth on those original stories on just how to write good sex scenes? Or,
yes, I think that's exactly what it is.
And then she finally found
say,
the kind of the way in which to the perfect carrier for those sex scenes.
Oh, exactly. And Simon, I cannot tell you how incredibly rude these stories are. Much like the show,
It's a little bit porny. It's
not a little bit. It's just it's full-throated eroticism and. And Bobby said, "Are you enjoying them?" I said, "They're very rude." She said, "Yes, Lee, that's what we expected them to be, right? Because they are smut." But yeah, I just don't think because it's not a genre that I've ever encountered.
Can I just need to get your expertise on one other thing, and that is, you said eroticism. I said it's quite porny. You said it's erotic or it's eroticism.
Yeah.
Where's the line?
I think for me, the line is that pornography is a visual medium and eroticism is more expansive.
Right. It's right.
That's all. I think that pornography, as in my understanding, is moving visual or still images. Yeah.
So it's not necessarily about whether there's objectification going on.
No. But I think it's when it's your brain that's doing the heavy lifting of imagining what a glistening pectoral. I was trying to think of something that was
glistening.
Safe-ish for work. Yeah, you'd get a glistening pectoral. I've got glistening pectorals today.
Yes. Lots of glistening musculature.
Yes. I've been doing my kettlebells again.
Ah, so you've been trying to get glistening musculature as well. Does Bob look at you and go, "Glisten away, hubby, glisten away"?
No. I mean, I have to say, in our 30-odd years together, Bob has routinely and regularly objectified me, and I find it delightful.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I love it. I get objectified on the daily. I often think that Bob's bar is incredibly low, but then, I suppose one shouldn't yuck anybody else's yum, especially if you are the yum that you don't want to yuck.
Yeah, and so when you talk about kettlebells, I know exactly what they are, of course. And have you got a sort of range of different sizes? And where do they stay in your house?
I have at the moment.
And have you got a double set, another set in Lisbon?
No, but I'm about to get, because for my aforementioned birthday, while Bob is buying me filth, my brother-in-law, what a sweetie, said, "What are you into at the minute?"
You said Heated Rivalry.
I said kettlebells, and he went, "Shall I get you some kettlebells for Lisbon?"
Oh,
and I said that would be really nice. So he I'm very impressed. He found a shop in Lisbon,
a local shop,
sent me a voucher for me to be able to go and collect my own kettlebells. Isn't that sweet?
And so back up. And so what you've got in Totnes is just one set, is it?
I actually don't even have one set. I have two.
You have two.
Two different, but not this. Obviously,
one's 10 kilograms and one's 5 kilograms or something.
10 and 16.
16. No wonder you glisten, baby.
It is. I mean, I am that middle-aged man who's decided not to have a personality and is just going to do kettlebells and creatine. That's true.
Okay, so hang on. So wait, and is this all sarcopenia related?
Is this all sarcopenia related?
Sarcopenia.
Oh, I don't know what that word is.
Do you want to look it up, or should we talk about it?
No, I'd like you to tell me.
It's basically it's the wastage that happens to muscles as you get older.
Right.
And so if you can just imagine an elderly man or woman, but let's go with men, just I don't know, because Heated Rivalry. Because in one day in their lives, those four glistening pectorals will fade into sarcopenia, and that look or that sound that people make when they get in and out of a chair.
That one.
Exactly, and that is basically all that back chain. So the very, very big muscles, the gluteus maximus, the single biggest muscle in the human body, and the quadriceps, which is the biggest collection of muscle, they all start disappearing, and so getting in and out of chairs. And so, sarcopenia is a good thing for people or someone your age is to battle sarcopenia. Just battle it to the death.
Well, that is exactly what I am doing. I'm thinking about my posterior chain, very much so. And
you said posterior.
And I am doing a series of deep goblet squats and goblet thrusts. I'm doing uppercuts.
Are you doing Romanian deadlifts?
No, and I'm also not doing Turkish get-ups.
There's a lot of Eastern-inspired exercise. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
I think that must have come out of communist. That must have come out of communist Russia time.
I'm building up my repertoire of movement, but I am stacking on quite a lot of weight. As in, I'm using 16 kilogram.
And is your personal trainer ChatGPT?
No, my personal trainer is YouTube.
Ah.
Oh, YouTube and Instagram, actually. Yeah.
Do you know what? That's for programs or just single exercises?
It's like little sets of kind of there's usually some very, very muscled,
shirt off,
shirt off, 20-odd-year-old, with a kind of a handle like Fit Dad, and I'm like, yeah, maybe. I'm not sure.
I refuse to watch those. I refuse to watch those. If they've got their shirt off, I just refuse to watch them. I just come on, just keep your shirt on, mate. You're a total dick. And do you do them? But do you have a sort of program that you do? Okay, on a Wednesday I'm going to do this, or is it a little bit more haphazard?
It's more haphazard. I just like to sort of mix it up. What feels right, and I set my timer for 30 minutes, and it's AMRAP.
It's what?
As many rounds as possible. AMRAP. Work till failure.
That I would not. I would. I do weight training 3 days a week, and if it were anything but entirely regimented, I would not do it. There is no way. No, I would not do it because it's so boring, and I've done so much of it in my life since I was 12.
Yeah.
And there is no way otherwise I would do it. If I don't have basically this kind of thing on a Friday, you're doing this. If you don't do this, you get a bad mark against your name for the day. Like, yeah.
So, as you know, I am nowhere near as organised as you. My life is much more chaotic, and I am blown around like a leaf on the wind, or a weef on the lind.
Yes. That lind, eh? It's hard. Yeah. It's hard to be around it.
Yeah, I just do whatever I fancy. As you know, over the last couple of weeks, it's been swimathons. I've been swimming for about an hour and 15 to an hour and a half most days.
Wow.
Which is just delightful. Up and down the river, which I'm really enjoying. I'm particularly enjoying the bits where the river gets really deep and I can't touch the bottom, and then I get a little bit scared.
Yeah,
I like to imagine that there's sharks coming to get me, and then I swim faster. There are no sharks in the Dart. So no, I do whatever I fancy. It's half an hour until I run out of energy, and I do it every day. And here's the thing. I missed one day because of work. I had an early morning and I couldn't fit in kettlebells. And that was the day that my headaches came back.
Oh, I love a coincidence.
Well, yeah, I know, but I haven't had headaches since I've been doing my kettlebells, and I've decided that there is a correlation, and it's fixed me. So there we go. And I do think that given that there were cervicogenic headaches, there's probably something that is actually genuinely structurally connected to the neck and shoulder that kettlebell swings is releasing.
Yeah, and also we're always, lest we forget, we're always talking about very small spaces in the human body, and so the difference between something being painful and not being painful can often be tiny.
Yeah.
And I worry about you. I don't worry about you. I care about you. It's different. But do you think? Does it matter that, let's say in 6 months' time that it's not sustainable? Like you can't that every day for half an hour. Like does that kind of we just go? I'm just going to go with it while I'm going with it.
I'm too present to worry about what will or won't happen in the future.
Yeah, we are really different, aren't we?
Well, there are things that I will invest my concern about, and that I project a lot into the future. Like, where will I live? What will my house look like? How will I decorate it? How many windows will it have? What will that? Where will I put plants? That's what I worry about for the future. Not is what I'm doing today sustainable? Because that I don't know. Because I could have a catastrophic injury. There's all sorts of things. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to say right now, kettlebells are working. I've committed to it. I'm going to keep doing it. And when it doesn't, I'm hoping that I will have laid down something useful.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like I say, the only reason I'm doing what I'm doing is because I was starting to go, well, I don't feel as strong as I used to. And I want to be able to get out of a chair when I'm 85.
Yeah. Well, would you like to hear a gendered version of this?
Anything gendered is good by me.
Bob Worley has joined me on our kettlebell mission.
Oh. Do they feel? I always feel a little bit dangerous when I'm with kettlebells. Yes. Swinging.
Yes. Bob's always been quite a strong human being.
Yes.
And I have to say, she has got an admirable and enviable set of abdominal muscles. She always has had. I'm quite jealous. I would love her abs. As it is, I just get to benefit from them anyway, because they're in the same house, so I can look at them. It's fine.
You can also rub your hands up and down.
I can. I do my washing on them. Just take it to the
I
back.
wash my smalls on them.
Come on, Bob. I need your washboard abs.
Do you like bio or non-bio laundry detergent when you wash your
You're
smalls?
being
Bob's
very,
stomach?
very. That sounds very Italian when you say bio.
Oh, did I say bio and non-bio?
Yeah, we'd be bio and non-bio in English, not bio. You were very Italian then, and I only know that because in Portugal it'd be
Sono
bio,
molto
biological, biological. So.
Okay, so Bob's lying there. You're washing your smalls.
Bob's been doing her kettlebells, and she's been doing it for the same period of time as me. Obviously, she uses the smaller weight, and she doesn't do as many reps. She's not going for as many rounds as possible. But she was walking through town, a town. It wasn't this one. I think she must have been in London, and this younger man in his 30s shoulder checked her. Because he was walking with his phone, and his phone was in his hand, and he walked into her, and she said the funniest thing happened. It's that she didn't move for the first time. She just, like, for some reason, like, she was just more solid. And she said it was great. I felt so, like, strong. And also he dropped his phone and got really cross, which was less good because he got quite shouty. But, yeah, so I'm quite excited about Bob being strong as well.
And do you think that's kettlebell related, KBR?
I don't know. Maybe. It feels like, I'm basically making kettlebells my personality and the saviour of all mankind.
It's interesting, that thing about dodging, about people holding their line. And I certainly in London when I was living there, I made a game out of it basically, and the game for me was to just notice and just make way for people, and to sort of treat it like I was dodging people. But it's definitely, and I wonder if it's got worse with the phone thing because people have their heads down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I certainly recognise what you're talking about, and and always those questions for me come back to, I wonder the extent to which I've participated in that kind of thing. I remember.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yeah, I remember Lil and I used to have to sort of walk around a little corner to go into the front entrance of our flat in Barnes in London, and I used to cut across her. I'd take effectively the shortest route because model of efficiency, and it always meant that she would have to just hold back in order for that to happen. And it took me a long time, as someone who's embodied, has a pretty good sense of space and my body in space, to go, wow, it's amazing that you can't just take a little bit more space there, or not take a little less space, and take a bit more time to. But yeah, that was with the person I'm, spending all my time with, or was spending all my time with. So it's, it's a funny. It happened to me the other day. There's been these new Lime bikes are in Coventry. The battery operated.
Oh yeah.
And they've become quite a thing amongst young men. Like they kind of, I would call them like little gangs of Lime bikies. And it's quite not just those, but on their own bikes as well, but mostly Lime bikes, and they go around in groups of like 10 or 12. And they, I would say, I feel like I'm going to be like Principal what's his name in Back to the Future, and feel like they're kind of like. They appear to me in my 57-year-old, nearly 58-year-old bones as if they're hoodlums. But they, riding on the wrong side of the street, taking all the space of the street. And I remember coming up the opposite direction on my bike and going, oh, am I safe here? And they were just having fun, but they were also occupying a lot of space. This is our space to occupy. And there's no question my teenage years, that was... that were unquestioned by the people I hung out with.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because when do we ever get to see groups of women being able to occupy space in that way? I mean,
occasionally in London on the bus, I'd see a group, women taking up space, and in terms of loudness as well. But yeah, mostly.
It's pretty rare, isn't it?
Yeah. as they say, the exception that proves the rule, which, as you know, makes no sense.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, proves, supposed to be proves in the sense of tests.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, bye.
Bye.